Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. This is August 26, 2018. Welcome to my channel. Hey, if you're new to my channel, Spirit Comics, please do subscribe and, smash that notification bell like She-Hulk so you'll be notified each time there's a new upload. And if you enjoy this comic book review of Rogue Gambit #1, please share it with your friends, family, enemies, anyone you can think of that likes Rogue Gambit. And don't forget to leave your comments down below. Now, this is #1. It came out some months ago. And let me tell you, this is a fun read. So, I'll just get right to it. The cover, I wasn't sure what to make of the cover when I originally got it. But I liked the cover. It was interesting. This is written by Thompson, and let me tell you, she does a really good job. Now watch this. If time is a circle, then everything happens at once. And there you see what looks like a collage or the multiverse of or history of everything that's happened to Rogue Gambit in the past. They've been on and off, they've been lovers, they've been, couples, but they have never seemed to stay together. Anyway, this is a flashback. Something's happening to these people, or they're being chased, and they're hiding so they won't get caught. But what is it? Well, they're evidently mutants and have some sort of power, but it seems their power is running out, and there's the person following them. And I'm not sure if they last too long or not, but then we get to the Xavier Institute for Mutant Outreach and Education in Central Park, New York City. Now this is where it gets really fun. And we see Gambit there in the doorway of the control room for the danger room, and this is so funny. He says, "Have I stepped back in time? Do I see old school sentinels in a danger room training sequence, Stormy?" And apparently that annoys her, because she says, "You and that infernal nickname, when will it die, Gambit?" Excuse me. He says, "Afraid that's never, Stormy. Can't kill a nickname, and your complaints only give it strength." She's like, "Huh. As for old school sentinels, they were specifically requested." And then he brings up another nickname. He calls her Roro, and she said, and Storm remarks that Rogue's in there. He says, "Why didn't you say so? Deal me in." And here in the danger room, we have on the far left a girl by the name of Pixie, or Pixie Dust. She can fly, and she also does teleportation. And on the far right, there's Psylocke, who's a telepath and telekinetic. She has a psychic knife. And there it says new player entering, codename Gambit. And here on the bottom far left, we have Armor, impenetrable psionic exoskeleton. I'm really not too familiar with her. And then we have Rogue, who's described as flesh-to-flesh absorption of memories and powers, strength, flight, invulnerability. I can't say it. AKA, she's a flying brick. And then she says, "This is a closed session, Gambit!" And he says, "Tell to the control room, Sherry." She says, "Storm!" And Storm says, "You said you wanted something unexpected, Rogue. Ask and you shall receive." She says, "Me and my big dumb mouth." And he's just hitting on her, because you can see what it says. "I won't stand for you insulting that mouth, Rogue." And he's flirting with her big time. And of course, they describe Gambit: kinetic energy conversion, control, and manipulation, aka he blows stuff up. And it just shows the sequence. It's really beautiful the way they've arranged all the colors to just pop out at me. At least that's what I think. And I think that's Rogue. "If you're in, Gambit, get in." He said, "I was sort of waiting on a formal invite, Rogue. You know how I am with politeness and things of that nature." And she says, "Oh yes, you and politeness, the first two words I put together. So you can see there's definitely chemistry between these two." And Rogue is about to get hit, and Psylocke says she can take the hit. And she does take the hit. Rogue is strong. And this is what happens. The training sequence stops, and Gambit lands on top of her. And Rogue's like, "I had it under control." He says, "Sure, but more fun this way, no?" And then the other X-Men, Armor and Pixie, I swear, Kelly Thompson, this story was it just made me laugh at page after page. Should we leave? This feels 5 kinds of inappropriate. And Pixie says, "No way, this is amazing. Are they even dating? God, I hope so. So hot." And Pixie picks it up quickly. And Armor asks, "Psylocke, you were around then. You know, right?" She says, "I know everything." "Oh my God, tell us!" I love this. And Psylocke just grins, as you can see her grin there. "Well, girls, there was this one time when we were all supposed to be having a picnic." And Rogue shouts, "Betsy, shut up!" Because that's Betsy Broderick. That's her name. And Gambit's, just not letting that go. "You hear that, Sherry? Hot. Heat was never our problem, Remy." So Rogue can give it just as well as Gambit gives it. "You picked the training program, didn't you, Petite? So what?" Seems to me like maybe you're yearning for for the past a bit. And then she slaps him. She says, "Simpler time." And then she storms out because she cannot touch another human being with her own hand. That means she can't kiss anyone Because if she does, then she will absorb that person's life essence. And I love this. She says this so fast that it's all those words are just slammed together. One of these days I'm gonna put a bell on you, swear to God. And Gambit wants to go out to dinner, and Rogue says it's never just dinner. And he says that's how come we're best friends. And she says, I don't think it's a good idea. And Gambit's like, well, you're always overthinking stuff. And Rogue reminds him that in the past she has lost control of her powers. And then Rogue gets a summons from Kitty Pryde. And this is the only place I've ever seen Pryde addressed as headmistress, which I think is very interesting. And this is very, very, very funny. So Rogue starts asking if she's there for a reason, and Kitty says yes, that she needs her for a bit of a odd mission, and Rogue's not gonna like it. And she says, all right, just start with the easy part. And anyway, Kitty explains that what's happened with Cerebra, their detection system that allows them to, find new mutants when they pop up anywhere in the world. But they keep sort of blipping off of their map. Or as Kitty Pryde says it, winking out of existence, for lack of a better word. Anyway, and then Rogue gets to the heart of the matter and she's asking him, what is she supposed to hate about it? And Pryde says that she senses there might be some telepaths involved, some sort of captivity, and so she's going to send her on some type of therapy retreat. And that it's her belief that a team has a really good chance of fitting in, because a team that has some sort of, as she puts it, baggage. And Rogue is getting really impatient, as you can see there on the far left. Spit it out, Kitty. And you can see Kitty there on it is starting to get a little bit, uncomfortable. She sighs. We need a romantic couple. And immediately Rogue thinks, oh no, Kitty, not. And she says, yep. She says, but Remy and I aren't, we're not even together anymore. It's in flux. You know that. And she says, why don't you and Colossus go? And Kitty says, oh, no freaking way. Oh, but it's okay for me and Remy? And this is where Kitty gets to gloat a little bit, where she says this is one of the little perks of leadership, that she doesn't have to sign herself to a mission. And Rogue says, thanks a lot. And then Kitty says, you're focused on the wrong thing. These mutants need your help, Rogue. And I can only see Rogue's face in my head. Ugh, low blow, Kitty. And with that, Rogue storms out, and they are sent over the Atlantic Ocean. And, Gambit just goes on and on about Kitty. He really likes her as a leader. And Rogue is like, she should have told me that you already agreed to it. He's like, I can't believe you doubted. Well, things have been. And Remy just cannot help but hit on Rogue. And who can blame him, because Rogue is gorgeous. And and this is funny. And he says, what? Been what? Same as ever. She says, Remy, my powers, I can't. And here's where Remy gets to sort of unload. Because look at Rogue's face. She is literally surprised. Remy says, your powers? What? Lack of control didn't stop you from kissing Deadpool. Deadpool, Rogue. Deadpool. He doesn't even have a face. She's like, I didn't kiss Deadpool. And I love Kelly Thompson's writing. She just made every panels of this issue just pop out at me, and I just love. I can still laugh at this. He's like, don't even try it, Rogue. X-Men gossip, as well as have a phone tree. 8 different people called to let me know. 8. And of course, Rogue fires back. Don't you think I get calls about you through the years? But she said, besides, I wasn't finished. I was going to say I didn't kiss Deadpool. I made out with him. Huge difference. And there, Gambit is just, he is stunned. He can't find the words. And he still cannot find the words. And there's Rogue grinning, because she knows that for once, Gambit just cannot speak. He's so stunned. Because she even says, and I'll have you know, face or no, he's a fantastic kisser. And this is funny. Gambit saying, "Are you suggesting?" He says, "Are you suggesting Deadpool kisses better than me? You said it, not me, Cajun." I could read this issue over and over and enjoy it just as much each time and laugh as hard each time. And so they finally land. And this director of the retreat meets them. And she says she's trying to read them, but she's not getting a too good read. But this woman, they're in the blonde, is sort of a psychologist type person. That's why she's the doctor of the retreat. And she just tells them to go ahead and get settled in, and after that, come and meet her. And she said, get settled into their room. Then, in this case, Rogue says, room? Don't you mean rooms with an S? And she says, I'm sorry, but we find with couples a more intensive, immersive experience is best. But I'm sure you'll be quite comfortable. Just great, Rogue says. And so they find their room, and it looks really posh. It looks really nice, and it's spacious. So as they find that when they go outside that these two come by and welcome them to the island. I can't really pronounce it. Paraiso? And Rogue and Gambit observe how friendly they are. And they said that, maybe you can come around for drinks a little bit later. And, Gambit suggests that. And they're just, happy to meet somebody new there on the island. And this panel was funny. Gambit saying mind control, and Rogue going, whatever it is, it's not normal. Nobody is that happy. And if you look, I don't know if this was intended or not, but the woman's eyes are solid white, well, kind of pinkish. So they might be mind controlled at that point, but the man's is normal. Is it you that cynical, Rogue? You know what I mean, Remy. And so that they start off to the center, and they're talking about the baggage that each of them carries, and Remy admits that it's getting hard to carry that baggage all by himself, and which sort of surprises Rogue. And he says that you stopped lifting your part long ago. He says, I don't got super strength. She says, so why don't you just let it go? He says, you know why. And maybe, well, I know we're not really here for us, but maybe this can help us anyway. And so they decide to play nice for the moment. And after they get inside, they're strapped to these tables. But what happens next? Well, that'll be in my review for issue 2. This issue was fun from start to finish. If you haven't bought it, I suggest you go out and buy and tell your local comic shop that you want Rogue and Gambit #1, because it really is a lot of fun. Honest to goodness, it is. And the artwork is just beautiful. Kelly Thompson did a stellar job at writing this. I would not brag on this comic book if I didn't feel this way. I say what I say my thoughts about a comic book when I review it. So I hope you enjoyed this comic book review, and I hope you enjoyed the looks of Rogue as well, because they really drew her very attractive in this issue. If you're new to my channel, Spirit Comics, please do subscribe and smash that bell like She-Hulk so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do like this video and share it with others so other people can enjoy it as well. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. And also, I do have several other videos linked down below that I've recorded during the month of August, so you can check them out as well. And a lot of other videos that I've recorded in the past almost the past year. And some videos that have never been viewed either. Well, Till next time, true readers.